Hey everybody! So this video is going to be all about one additional way in which mood can affect cognition. Now, mood can affect cognition in a number of ways. For example, mood congruence effects and mood mood-dependent memory. So mood congruence effects refer to how it's easier to learn valenced information when we're in a mood that matches its valence. So what I mean by valence? Positive or negative, that's what I mean. So if you are in a good mood, it's going to be easier to learn positive information. If you're in a bad mood, it's going to be easier to learn negative information. So if your mood is congruent with the valence of the information you're trying to learn, you learn better. Mood-dependent memory refers to recalling the information. So if you're in a mood that matches the valence of the memory, it's easier to remember. So if you're in a good mood, it's easier to remember good things. If you're in a bad mood, it's easier to remember bad things. So mood congruence effects are all about learning, and mood-dependent memory is all about retrieving. But we're going to talk about one additional way that mood can affect cognition. Specifically, the affect is information effect, or the mood is information effect. The affect is information effect refers to when we use our information as information. We use our mood as information about our environment. So when we're in a good mood, that tends to make us think that, oh, our environment's nice and safe, everything's good, we don't have to think about things much. But when we're in a bad mood, we tend to think, oh, well, something's wrong. We better figure it out. So we need to think more so we can figure out what's going on and how to fix it. Now, so in general, when we're in a good mood, we actually think less because everything's hunky-dory. But when we're in a bad mood, we think more because, again, we need to figure out what's wrong and how to fix it. Now, if your negative mood gets too extreme, that can actually lead to cognitive freezing, very similar to behavioral freezing that basically all animals do. When they're so afraid, they just stop. All right. So if you get in a really bad mood, thinking can stop. But in general, if you're feeling good, you think less. If you're feeling bad, you think more. Now, this can have an effect on the way we think about persuasive arguments. So, if, in general, we tend to be persuaded more when arguments are strong than when arguments are weak. And when we have strong and the difference between strong and weak arguments is a difference of quality. So when people are persuaded more by strong arguments than they are by weak arguments, we say that they're sensitive to argument quality. They're sensitive to whether the argument is good or weak. And what research has found is that when people are in a good mood, they're not sensitive to argument quality. They're equally persuaded by both strong and negative arguments. But when people are in a bad mood, they become sensitive to argument quality. People in a bad mood are more persuaded by strong arguments than they are by weak arguments. So, the mood as information effect, again, refers to how we use our mood or our affect to infer things about our environment. Good mood, all good. Bad mood, what's up? That can then lead us to think more or less. If we're in a good mood, we think more. Bad mood, think less. And when we switch that, strike that, reverse that. If we're in a good mood, we think less. If we're in a bad mood, we think more. All right. So that can lead us to be more or less sensitive to how good arguments are, how sensitive we are to argument quality. Good mood, less sensitive to argument quality. Bad mood, more sensitive to argument quality. Because we're in a good mood, we're not thinking. All right, we're not thinking as much. All right, so how good the argument is probably doesn't really even dawn on us. Probably don't even really consider it much. But when we're in a bad mood, how good the argument is, that's probably something we're going to consider. And that, my friends, is it for this video covering the affect as information effect. If you have any questions, send them my way. Other than that, see you later.